I wasn't intending doing a video on this particular product that I'm doing a video on. You'll know by the title of the video what it's about. It's about the Apple iPad 3. Now, I've just taken delivery of this. It isn't something for me. It's not for personal use. I've actually got it through work for work activities. I suppose before I get into that sort of side of things, I've never ever had a urge or anything like that to actually buy an iPad. So you know, we're on the third generation now of iPads. iPad 1, iPad 2 and strangely enough the iPad 3. And the iPad 3 being the latest version of the iPads that have been produced by Apple. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that absolutely love these devices or they love Apple full stop, and there's other people that love Microsoft or love Android or whatever. I don't want to get involved in that debate. I'm not interested in that debate. This isn't what this video is about, and there's plenty of other videos on YouTube about that and fanboys this and fanboys that and what this will do and what that will do. Forget it, I'm not interested in that. This is about the iPad, and specifically why I've bought it and sort of my initial impressions about it really. Just going back to a comment I've just made about never having an urge to buy an iPad, perhaps I've been one of few people that have never had the urge to buy an iPad. I think a lot of people have got iPads or got tablets at home. I don't see the use of them. I really don't see the use of a tablet type PC. I've got a PC here, spent a lot of money on it, I love my PC, I spend a lot of time on my PC, and if I'm downstairs for instance and I want to quickly get on the internet, and I do this quite a lot if I'm laying on the sofa, I'll use my iPhone, my iPhone 4. I absolutely love this. I really do love this. It does nearly everything that I want from that type of device, and I use it so much to surf the internet. It's untrue, you know. I've got Facebook on there, I've got all my eBay stuff on there, and you know, basically a lot of the things that I need to do I can do on my iPhone. I absolutely love that. It's small, it's light in comparison to that, and certainly small in comparison to that. But I'm not going to use this type of device to watch a video on. That's not what I want to do. I've got a TV downstairs, a 55-inch TV. If I want to watch a film, I'm going to watch it on that. I've got all the Dolby Digital, Dolby Surround, THX, whatever you name, I've got it all set up downstairs in the full cinema effect room and stuff. And you know what, if 55-inch ain't big enough, I've got a projector. So I'm not interested in having a device like this to watch films. I can understand, well no, I can't even understand people that do want to do that. Not in the home environment, going out or whatever, if you're on the train or something like that, perhaps, but even now I don't really get that, I've got to be honest. So I suppose for surfing the internet, I have no practical use really to have another device like an iPad when I've got my iPhone. Some people I speak to turn around and say, well, you know, the iPad is bigger, you can see things a lot better, and well, I'm sorry, but I don't have problems seeing things on the screen like this. It works. It absolutely, it's quick and it just works. Yeah, okay, it'd be nice to have a bigger screen at times, but you just get used to the iPhone screen. You know, it's absolutely fine, it works, it's functional. And actually, if I want to surf the net properly, then I've got to be sitting down. I want to be sitting down, I want to be comfortable. I'm not going to be lying down with one of these things on me or whatever, or you know. And this came for me at work, I think on Friday. Had it given to me on Friday, and I thought I'd just bring it home at the weekend and just have a bit of play with it. I wanted to do some things for work on it as regards to set some things up, but that's another thing that I'll come on to. But you know, I'll get it out of the way. The device, and I'm sure everybody, in fact, I'm pretty sure everyone's got one of these, or they've got an iPad 2, an iPad 1, or they've got another type of tablet device, Samsung or whatever. I'm probably one of the few people that haven't got a tablet. Okay, well, I've got one now, but you know what I mean. They are absolutely awesome looking bits of kit, they really are. I've actually turned it off, but they're great. I mean, the new one, the iPad 3, the screen on it's got the Retina screen, which is the same technology basically as the iPhone 4 and the 4S, so it's a lot higher quality screen. My partner, not my partner, because that makes it sound like I'm gay, and there's nothing wrong with gays, but I'm not gay. My girlfriend, my missus, my partner, she's got the 3GS, which was actually mine, and so I gave that her when I got before. And the difference in the screen between the two is quite big. It's quite a big difference, and it's the same between the iPad 2 and the iPad 3, I believe. So, so certainly the iPad 3 is a better looking device as regards to screen and so forth. I'm not sure about the functionality between the two. I think the camera on this one's better, but you know, again, for what I need it for, I don't give a hoof about the bloody camera on this. I'm not going to be walking around with this and taking photographs. I mean, it's pretty big. It is pretty big. It's not, you know, it's not an unsurmountable size. So really, for home use, I suppose what I'm saying, I have been playing with it, and I don't see the need for it. I don't see the use for it in my home environment, and perhaps I'm different to other people, I don't know. I was actually watching some YouTube videos on it last night, and it does look nice, you know, watching YouTube videos, but you know, why would I be looking at spending £400 or £500? I can't remember how much this was. It must have been, this is a 32 gig version, so I think it was just under £500 or whatever it was. I can't remember. Is that I can't be asked having a massive device like that to watch a YouTube video on. Again, I've got my phone, and it's so easy, and it works, and it's big enough, and the quality is absolutely bang on. So you know, yeah, okay, it does look better on this, but I can't see the need to go out and spend all that cash on something like this. That to me has got a limited use. My iPhone's always with me. I wouldn't always have this with me, and yeah, it's, if I'm being absolutely honest, and even take into account what I want to use it for at work, I feel a bit underwhelmed with it. I really do, and perhaps that's the reason why I've never bought one, because I actually really knew that I never had a need for it. You know, and again, for watching stuff like films, and why the hell am I going to want to, in my own house, watch a film on this? People say, oh, you can take it to bed and watch a film. Look, mate, if I want to go to bed, I want to go to bed to either have sex or go to sleep. I don't want to go to bed watching a flaming iPad or my iPhone watching a film. I can watch that downstairs, I can watch it on my PC. I'm certainly not going to be doing that in bed, you know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And like I said, I am genuinely a bit underwhelmed. I'm actually a bit underwhelmed for the use I'm going to have this for work. Sorry, or the use that I'm going to make out of this for work. And the real reason that I wanted one for work is because I attend a lot of meetings, and I'm fed up to the back teeth of taking folders with me and papers and notepads and all that crap. Basically, I'm looking at getting a lot of documents online, so I can access them as long as I've got a Wi-Fi link or a 3G link or whatever. This is 3G version. So I don't intend on carrying folders around with me, and I'd actually want to get a VGA out and a HDMI out adapter for this, so I can plug it into things like projectors and so forth when I'm in meetings, and you know, things like that happen. It's good to have that facility where you can do that. I get all my work's emails on here, and get access to my Google Drive and all that stuff, calendar, and you know. So basically, I can be self-sufficient enough to take that with me to a meeting. But it's not just about documents; it's also having the ability to actually take notes. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to sit there typing on the screen. They have a keyboard on them, but I can't see me doing that. I really can't see me doing that. I want the ability, or wanted the ability, to be able to do handwritten notes. and then be able to store those electronically. Now, since getting this, I've looked online, I've looked on eBay and so forth, and you can get styluses, but they don't look particularly great. And perhaps I should have done a bit of research on this before I actually got the iPad. There is an application I've downloaded. I think it costs £2.50. Actually, forgot what it's called. And again, if you guys use these devices, you use iPads for work, and you have any experience of using them for note taking in meetings or anything like that, note taking in meetings really, or use them to write stuff down on. I don't really want to be sitting there typing, because it's damn sight quicker for me to write than what it is type, and I don't need stuff going into a typed document necessarily. Sometimes I might do, and I've actually looked and seen on eBay various systems you can get where you can get a sort of overcase for it, and also a Bluetooth keyboard that's all built into the one unit, and they look pretty nifty actually. So I think I'm going to get one of those. But the application that I've downloaded is one called Notes Plus, which seems pretty good actually, because you can get that on the video camera. So you can pick that up. There you go. So you can write on it, and obviously what I want to use that for is literally for taking notes. Now I don't really want to sit there with my finger because it's not accurate enough. I want a stylus, and again I've been looking at styluses, and to be fair, they don't seem that great either. So I'm on a bit of a downer at the moment with it, because sort of the more and more I look at it, the less and less I think it's actually going to do the job I wanted to do for work, which is a bit of a blower. So I the upshot to this video is if you guys, and so if you've got these types of devices, and you do that kind of thing with them at work, then if you can just drop me some information on comments or so forth about any feedback that you've got, or any links you've got to other sites or whatever that's showing this type of equipment, then that'll be good, because I really want to get into using it for work, apart from looking to cool dude going into meetings, and that's not the reason I've got it, but I really want this to be really self-sufficient for me, to have everything access. And it's not an issue getting access to documents and so forth, that's not a problem. I can get all that set up, and I've got, like I said, I've got it all set up for my Google Drive and my Google Calendar, and my Gmail accounts and all that stuff. That's all there, it's synced and everything, so I can make use of that. That's absolutely fine. And like I said, I will look at getting one of these Bluetooth keyboards and cases all in one units for these, but I do really want to look at a good stylus. And also, if there's any other apps that you guys have used for handwriting, for taking notes and so forth. But it'd be interesting to hear what you guys say about it as regards to your experiences on that side, and I suppose really your general experiences with it. Like I said, I have been a bit underwhelmed by it all. I'm so glad I didn't buy one for home. I mean, I really am really glad now, because I don't see a need for one of these in my particular home environment. I just don't. And you know what? One of the other pains in the arses about this is that the charging dock, you have to use a proper charging dock for them. You can't plug it into a lot of the PCs, because the USB ports on the majority of PCs won't carry enough voltage or enough ampage to actually charge them up, which is I mean, that is an unbelievable ball ache. I can't believe that's what Apple have done to roll out. The first thing I did was obviously connect it to my PC and get some charge in it, and that's exactly what I would do at work. Can't do it, it won't charge. Or I've heard that they even though they say not charging, they are charging, but they charge at such a low rate. It's, it'll take like 15 weeks to recharge the battery up, which is absolutely crazy. So of course, with the iPad you only get one charger, which isn't great, you know, and it's not easy to then charge it on the move, especially if you've got your laptop or whatever. It'd be interesting whether or not it works with a works laptop, because that's fairly new. It's newer than what this PC is, so perhaps that might be slightly different. But apparently on a majority of PCs it won't charge, which is a bit of a ball ache. The phone does, and I understand the difference between the two as regards to this has a bigger this has a bigger battery in it, and it requires more go-go juice to get it charged. But even now, I just think that's a bit of an oversight, you know. But you know, it is what it is. So anyway, guys, sorry for a bit of a rant, really, about an Apple device, and I'm sure all you fanboys will get on and give me a right roasting. But look, guys, I have got it. I do want to use it, so perhaps I need a bit of guidance. Not necessarily on using it for home use, because it hasn't got a use for home use, in my opinion, and I'm not going to be using this for home use because it's a work device. Yes, I may bring it home, I undoubtedly will be bringing it home, but it's for work. So if you guys have got any sort of productivity tools, apps or whatever that are really good, I don't want something that's a gimmick, something that's really good in an office-based environment. Like I said, I attend a lot of meetings, I do a lot of writing, a lot of note-taking, so anything around that, I'd be really appreciative, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.